Greetings, I'm Volk, and this will be a video overview of the events that Bioware showed us on the Friday and Saturday of September 25th and 26th. What they did was host a live event from Amazon Games covering parts, the beginning actually, of Chapter 1 from Knights of the Fallen Empire, the newest expansion to our favorite MMO, Star Wars The Old Republic. Bioware was just hosting the stream, so all of the technical difficulties we blamed them for were not actually their fault. If you have missed it, you can watch the recordings, but be advised that they are only saved for about 2 weeks after the live record. So depending on when you're watching my video and learning about this event, if you have missed it, you might not be able to watch the whole thing, but that's why the video is here. And don't worry, Bioware didn't spoil too much. They didn't tell us any important gameplay mechanics or anything related to the game in terms of changes. I hope you will enjoy what's coming to you. I'm gonna do a flash and we'll begin talking about it. And we have, 23 days before early access. The expansion is free for subscribers, which means if you want to play the new content, very nice touch. What do you think? Back on the topic, if you want to play the new content, you will have to be an active subscriber. As soon as you subscribe, you will get access to all of the stories the game has to offer up to date. This includes all of the previous expansions. They will be included in your subscription, as well as all the episodes from the newest one. So let's say you subscribe today, not today, let's say you subscribe on the 29th of October, 2 days after the expansion has officially launched, you will get forever access to all of the story content the game has to offer. If you don't subscribe after that, you will lose all of the subscriber benefits, but the story will be unlocked. This means you will always be able to play all of these original story from the game up to level 60, as well as the chapters from Knights of the Fallen Empire that have been released up to the moment when you were a subscriber. When Bioware releases the next episode or chapter or whatever they want to call it, you can subscribe again if you want access. Did you see? There is a recommended spec for beginners, apparently. I don't know who decided and how, but this is the new user interface, and I have to say the background is cool, but I much prefer the different backgrounds. This one looks better, but it's all the same. The armor designs you see are mostly rehashed and a little bit retouched, maybe here and there, if you pay attention to the littlest details of the old armor sets from the early days of the game, level 50 content, the Rakata gear. This is the gear earned, that's not available in the game currently, but it was the talking gear available from hard mode and nightmare mode from Eternity Vault and Karaga's Pulse. The creation process is kind of the same. This fellow and everybody else that had a chance to sit down with the developers started as a fresh level 60. Bioware gave them a predefined user interface, and a funny thing is they gave them very few keybinds. So even if they were, and a couple of them were actually more or less experienced players, when you're in front of a new PC with the new user interface and with totally different key bindings, oops, it's really, really hard. So let's not blame them. Many of us, me included in some parts, raged on the stupidity of the actions and the, how is that word pronounced? Incompetence of some of them. But those some of them actually admitted they've never played MMOs. Whoa, really? And specifically, of course, they've never played Star Wars The Old Republic. However, they were big names, and it's all about marketing. It was mentioned in the chat so many times. It's all about the marketing. Some companions, you will see some vital choices in what they showed here in this live stream. There were two, what Bioware advertised to be big and important decisions a player must make. One of them we know already, will you kneel? It's the end of the playthrough for these guys. And there was another one before that that is a specific part of the story. Again, I'm not giving away spoilers, so I will not mention what happened exactly and why. But if you care about the coverage of this event, that's what I'm doing. Let's talk about the cinematics. The new approach Bioware is taking with improved graphics quality, it's not like a new engine. No, it's just that the current one has been a little bit reworked and upgraded or updated, if you prefer. The best part is the moving camera, the movie style cinematic camera, where it's not a static one and your character sits in the middle. The new design, the new approach at the cinematics and the cutscenes is really good and really makes yourself believe that you are actually immersed within the story. I personally like that, and let's see if I can scroll a little bit and just show you an example. I believe the 10 or 15 seconds will not hurt much, right? The effects in these cutscenes are also stunning, very, very well done. There it is, a perfect example of moving camera. Well, this one maybe not the perfect one overall, but there is a static camera when the character is moving and the camera is not. And right here, I believe you just saw what I meant. This is new gameplay. It might look like a trailer, but no, it's actually gameplay. It is within the throne room of Visciati. And you see the camera zooming in, just slowly moving to the side, up or down, or in any random direction. It just adds a new life into the scene. And because I promised not to spoil it anymore, I will just randomly click. Holy crap, what the hell is this? Yeah, by the way, there were a lot of technical difficulties. They weren't Bioware's fault. All they did was hosting the live stream produced and provided by Amazon Games. This was their event, and our game was just the main feature of the event for the 2 days. Because for nearly, what is it, maybe 10 hours? I didn't calculate that, just roughly estimated it. For 10 hours, BioWare sat down with different guest streamers. And as you see, we have a developer on the left-hand side of the streamer and the streamer himself in the bottom left corner. Not all of the playthroughs had a camera, but some of them did. Technical difficulties all over the place. Again, not BioWare's fault. So if you decide to watch these long videos, be prepared for some Super Mario gameplay randomly inserted into or instead of the SWTOR gameplay. The video was improperly scaled and the picture was just bleeding out of the screen for whatever reason because it was a much wider resolution or something like that. There were sound difficulties all over the place. I would advise you, if you actually sit down, I would advise you to start from the second day because they did a much better job with the sound quality back then. For some of the cinematics and for some of the playthroughs, they did in fact turn off the microphone so you can enjoy the cinematics and the voiceover of the actors. You might lose some of the comments because this is not so much about the gameplay. We will all see this gameplay from chapter 1 very soon. Some of you may have seen it already from the beta tests. What I wanted to mention is it's important to listen to what the developers are telling the streamers. No major spoilers, nothing new. We're all waiting for the live developer Bioware SWTOR stream on 30th of September. This is just 3 days from now because I'm recording this on the morning of Sunday 27th. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that you found this useful. If you don't, well, tell me why not. But if you did, don't forget to throw in a like button and share it so other people may see this video and decide if it's entertaining. See you with the next one. Bye-bye. Remember,
You can find me also on Twitch, Twitter and Facebook. For my non-Star Wars activities, I invite you to subscribe to my second YouTube channel.